What's up, movie cheers, Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back for another Schmoedown reaction. This time it's between Danger Zone and Rushmore, the highly anticipated teams match of the season. Ben the Boss Bateman and Dangerous Dan Murrell versus John the Outlaw Rokov and Little Evil JTE, the four arguably best players in the game, going at it, and the amount of history and feud between these four people is just incredible, and I cannot wait to see it all unfold. Obviously, as you can see, I'm rooting for Rushmore. Obviously, you know, the Finstock Exchange, but I will be participating, but it's not. It's only. It's not really an official participation because I'm really here for the magic stuff and the story. So I'm gonna maybe collect a few points, maybe not, maybe answer some questions, maybe not, but I'm really here to see the story unfold. So here we go. Rushmore versus Danger Zone. Let's get ready to Schmoedown. Sorry, I got overexcited. Let's get ready to Schmoedown. I'm nailing this. Let's get ready to Schmoedown.
You know, some people never go crazy. What truly horrible lives they must lead. Dum. Jen, what's up, buddy boy?
Did you need something?
Yeah, I was just looking around, you know. I was wondering why you were calling my phone at 3 a.m, leaving 4.5-minute messages, thinking about trading Dan Murrell, trading everybody to get somewhere to, you know, get up to the Finstock Exchange level. I mean, look, I already told you, I don't want those guys. I casted them off anyway. They're on your squad now. They're your problem. I don't want Batman and Robin over there. I don't want those guys.
Batman and Robin.
Do you even hear the crap that comes out of your mouth sometimes? You can either be an elite faction like us, or you can be a bunch of nerds sitting around your garage with a dossier that reads like the bathroom wall of some barbecue joint in North Carolina. I'm going to take Ben Bateman and Dan Murrell to somewhere where you couldn't do it, the top of the mountain.
You can do whatever you want with those guys, but they're going to self-destruct, just like they always do, because that's what happens to guys like that. There's no intestinal fortitude. There's no manual dexterity.
Maybe you can tell that to Dan Murrell's face.
Whoa, look who it is. How was the observatory? Remember me? Probably not, because you never showed up to any of my matches. Well, I got this now. All right.
Still very upset about that. But you know what? I used the clown wig to my advantage now. I got my guys here too. What do you think? I'm coming alone?
Hey.
Here.
I thought I smelled some crap. There's Dan Murrell. What's going on, little man? Oh, you got a belt again. Congratulations.
Hey, remember this, John? This
countdown of you losing it. Right.
I got one for each singles belt. You do. You look like you're doing a peace sign, so...
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. I like the spirit. I like the spirit, Danny boy. Keep it going. Because we're going at it. We're going to go at it, son. The first battle between the Finstock Exchange and the Dungeon. It's happening. Our two top guys against your two top guys. You can bring your little Robin to the match, but I guarantee you it ain't going to be pretty.
You are the reason the gene pool needs a lifeguard. Sometimes you just need to shut your mouth.
Why is Bobby Heenan, cosplay Bobby Heenan, talking to me? Listen to here, you little sad piece of crap. Don't you come talking to me. Oh,
look at this. Look at this, Dan. They got two idiots in frame. Holy moly, Roka, thank you for putting on a track jacket for this one. I can see that you're really trying today. You got no chance to get anywhere near a team's title this year. And you know what? At least I can actually pronounce championship as opposed to your moron of a team.
Yes. Oh, God, you brought this back.
Are we talking team titles? Are we talking about team titles? Back in my day, a title wasn't like a hot potato you pass around every month. Try holding it for a calendar year, then come back at me. And you know what? I mispronounce a lot of things, but you know I won't mispronounce come our match. And your wiener. I mean, Rushmore. And your winner, Rushmore, tag team champ, soon to be.
Yeah, nothing says youth and vitality on a team like somebody who starts a story with back in my days. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I'm sure
you talk about youth and vitality. You're stealing every Nike's catchphrase. What are you talking about youth and vitality?
Doing in there?
Oh no!
You've attended auditions for Town College on the other side of the table.
Hi, Drew.
Here's
cross promotion with Disney. What is this?
What is happening? Oh my God!
What?
No, seriously, that's the response I have when I see JTE's face.
Let's get some fan favorites in here.
Enforcers enter the building, you idiots. Look, you bow to the greatness of that beard. That's what you bow to. We're going to use that power to drive you into the ground.
Somebody should use it because he can't use it in his Star Wars matches. He keeps losing them.
He's got
use that beard.
Why don't you take a nice fat trip to Bethlehem, mother?
You listen to superheroes. That's what you got a clown college. We got
look at this.
Joining us.
Scholars here.
Is this a murder mystery? Are we killing someone? Is it Kaiser?
You're actually off to a good start, Ty. I mean, someday you might go far in this league. Hopefully so far that I don't have to see your stupid face, your stupid wine glass, and your stupid scarf.
You know, Kaiser, I saw you had a pet pig. I didn't realize that owners look like their pets until I saw
They do more things to it.
Who's this boy?
What the hell?
You know what I didn't realize?
Tranquilis' dummy came to life.
What the hell?
The exchange is just,
I don't know if half these people are.
Look at how the dungeon is classing up this parole hearing.
Right now, but we got the best faction. We're doing everything we said we were going to do. You got top four, and then nobody else on your team.
Where is the team captain for the exchange? Why is he not here? I don't understand.
Literally right here to smack you around. That's for sure.
The only gold you got is hanging around Bobby Gooch's neck.
Yeah.
This is the real gold. Right here.
Well, I'm glad you finally came back 2 years later to win something, Mara, but it doesn't mean that much till you defend it.
Oh, no.
There he is. Here we go.
This guy.
Stick around and lose.
You got the wildlife trainer.
Fans and wannabes. What are we doing?
You know, Craig, every time I talk to you, I don't know if I'm talking to a human being or a Lorax. I mean, every time you look for the bathroom, you think it's 50 yards behind your house.
He's an
Okay?
incredible man. What we're doing.
He saw the gold and he just ran immediately.
How many -1s do we hang on your team already? This is like
Best record in the league.
And we just keep on winning.
It's all of us in the room.
There we go.
Thank you.
This will benefit her too. This will benefit her too. Grace has agreed to fumigate the studio every time JTE plays when we go live again.
Hey, that was in my contract, so that was on me. I put that in my contract.
Is this the janitor for that studio fumigation? Is that what's happening?
You chumps don't even know what's coming for you.
Man, it's all the people you guys have beaten this season. It's a bunch of nobody.
Have you seen our winning percentage? It's astronomical. You guys are down there in the 500 range. We're up here in the 800 range.
Don't let anybody say a word. It's all you're good at anyway.
Keep it down, Ben. Keep it down. The adults are talking.
Found where you modeled your personality from. Right here.
There it is.
Right there, buddy.
Oh, I love it. It's a nice bandana. I like blue. I'll tell you something, though. I'll tell you something, Moose. Your teammates, JTE and Roca, I loved them in that Coen Brothers reboot, True Spit. I mean, their performances were through the roof.
What the heck
They were
is
really
that? What are you? You're a dollar store top size mark.
There he is.
Ranger.
Look at these sick, nasty freaks. You're raging? You're ready to go?
We're raging.
We're hanging a -1 on you fools.
Look at this cream puff, Radis. Have you ever held a tool in your entire life? I'm not talking about a bong or a TV remote, an actual tool.
I ain't got a whole one. I'm looking at one. I'm looking at a couple of them right now. Hardware store. Get out of my face.
Ranger.
If you want to count points, we're going to count faction points.
Yeah.
See where you stand then.
Yeah.
Listen, anybody who dresses up in their mother's bathrobe and parades around town.
Yes. Best record in the league.
Nothing with the enemy. I demand silence and reverence in the presence of the mighty Gucci. For his word cleaves soul from spirit, where Kaiser only cleaves stereos from Honda Civics.
Preach.
Pay the glorious man the homage he is due.
Are they a cult?
I think they're a cult now.
I think so.
That was brilliant.
I don't know what to do with that.
Thank
I don't
you.
know what to make of that.
You know, that was a lot. I dug it. It's some of the best stuff you've ever done.
Can we get these two on a team, please?
I don't,
The Rager and the Preacher.
I don't know where they all went. They were
Raging
shook. They were
creatures.
stunned
What
by
a
your
great
power.
concept.
But I gotta say, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was beautiful.
Come on, team
It
up.
resonated with me spiritually.
Team up with each other.
Just
Come
like
on.
something else I think is beautiful, and that is the the power of a dance, Daddy-O. What's going on, sweet brother? Let's get them, baby. Ow. We're coming for you, dungeon. We're coming for you.
I can feel the spirit moving, Brother Ranger.
Brother
Amen,
Ranger.
brother. Amen.
Best cutscene all year. Best cutscene all year. The Raging Creatures. I love it. The Rage Brothers.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the movie
up,
Trivia
come
Schmoedown. It is the team finals. I know we got a big pay-per-view tonight. We have a massive pay-per-view tonight. You got Janine the Machine against Marisol McKee. You got the Inner Geekdom Championship, one of the biggest rubber matches of all time, with Mara Kanopik defending the IG title against Mike Kalinowski.
Woo!
This match here alone could be a live event in Chicago in front of 2,000 people in New York. It could be a headliner. It could be its own pay-per-view, but it's happening here today for you guys live on the YouTube channel. It is the finals. The winner will get a shot at the number one contender shot against Corruption, Rushmore versus Danger Zone.
That is Christian Harloff. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. And like a live match, Christian, I have my earplugs in because although it is virtual, there's going to be a lot of competitors shouting, I have a feeling, during the match. And that could possibly bleed over into the management portion. If you look at the Dungeon and the Finstock Exchange, what they've done this year, everyone's still looking up at the Dungeon. How long is that going to last? We know the kind of runs that the Finstock Exchange can put together. And what an exclamation point it would be if his twin horses of the Outlaw and JTE can ride into battle and take a win from Danger Zone now in the Dungeon. But those two competitors in Danger Zone, that Ben and that Dan fella, they know these opponents pretty well.
This is an insane matchup all the way around the board, from not only the history of the bad blood, all of that, and we'll get into that in a moment, but the accomplishments of all of these guys. It's just outstanding. When you look at the team now, Danger Zone was supposed to be the team that just is going to annihilate everybody. And when they matched up, you're like, uh-oh, this is LeBron and Dwayne Wade. This is the team. Rushmore comes in as the favorite today, which is nuts. Who would have thought that JTE and Roka, two guys who couldn't stand each other during their time, they pair up and they have TKO'd both teams that they played against. They're 2-0 with 2 TKOs. People are like, oh, why isn't Roka teaming up with the Barbarian? Nobody's saying that now. Everybody's saying, I'm seeing comments. This is one of my favorite teams I've ever seen, the way their chemistry, all of that. And Dan and Ben have been playing great together. The strategy pays off. The structure, the reason that they wanted to play, but they've had to scrap and they've had to fight for their victories. You saw what they did against Deception. It was right down to the wire. They did it. Same thing that happened against the midterms. They're playing well. They just have been getting into bigger fights than, say, Rushmore has.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Dan and Ben, not exactly the best of friends before this season either, but that's the theme. That's why this season's nickname is War. It's because it's win at all costs, even if that means looking at a foe and saying, hey, I need you to be my friend, at least for the duration of this season. And so now that we're in the thick of teams and singles and all the divisions here in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, this is the match. This is the one that a lot of people put a pin in and say, I need to see those 4 personalities and those 2 squads go head to head. Not to even mention those 2 managers we brought up.
Well, listen to this. Just the stats alone, Mark. You've got between all of these guys, 12 championships and over 16 title defenses between all of them. You've got Dan Murrell, who is the current movie Trivia Schmoedown champion. He is the 5-time singles champion. He is a former teams champion. He is a former teams champion with his opponent today, John Roka. They were once enemies, then they were brothers, and now they're enemies again. Roka, this is the first time these 2 guys have played against each other in any capacity, I think, since like 2017. So this is a hyped up match alone. You know that Roka and Bateman are about to play each other in a singles match. JTE is on fire right now. So there is so much.
Roka
There's so much here.
Bateman.
It is so crazy. You could feel the energy digitally. You could feel it. And I can't wait to see exactly how we got here.
Dan
right now.
or JTE.
I'm tired of holding you up. I'm tired of holding your hand. I'm tired of building you up.
To my former faction mates, enjoy the show tonight, because this year I'm going to ruin all of your lives.
Dan, you finally get what you want. The Finstock Exchange, Rushmore, JTE, and Roka. Look, they have 2 TKOs.
We're at the finals, and we have the face-off, oh buddy, that I have been waiting for since I was dropped by the Exchange at the Schmoedown Spectacular. I will put our performance against their performance any day of the week, and guess what? That's exactly what we get to do. The Outlaw has been screaming about this match, just screaming about it.
I want to whip the crap out of Ben Bateman and Dan Murrell to show them who the better team is.
You're going to remember who the greatest of all time is. And I don't just want to be called the greatest of all time in the singles division. Ben Bateman and I are soon going to be known as the greatest of all time in the teams division. This could have been you, but you're playing, and you're about to get played.
JTE, your record in teams is 15-3.
Woo! Did you say that again?
Yeah, I mean, JTE has been playing phenomenally.
I'm cool and steady, because I know I have a great partner now. I have a chance to win no matter what.
I would love to see how the two of you face off as players, because you're very, very different players.
But no matter how you slice it, there is a 101% chance that the boss and the GOAT come out victorious.
Just remember, you made this happen. This is on you. And to everybody else who's doubted us, everybody who said, oh, they didn't play well enough in their first match, oh, they got lucky in their second match, I have just 2 words for you. Watch this. You can't knock me down. You can't knock me down. You can't knock me down. You can't knock me
It's possible, but I think these.
How are you not heated up by that? The
getting
smack
better
talk,
and
the
better
history,
every time.
everything. Bateman talking smack, Roka talking smack, JT talking smack, Dan Murrell talking smack. Dan Murrell, something that has come out. His whole mission was to destroy the Finstock Exchange, to take them out, to destroy. That's the reason he joined the dungeon, to take them out. This is his first opportunity to do it. This is also the opportunity for John Roka to back up what he's been saying. He's the one that should be getting the acclaim. He's beaten Dan all those times. Can he do it again? JTE, arguably one of the best teams players of all time. He's now, look what he's done with Rushmore. Look what he did with the Evil Geniuses. Look what he did, obviously, with the Patriots. Ben Bateman won a teams tournament with Who's the Boss. Did really well and made it to the finals with Action. There's so much with all these guys. I don't know what we're about to see here today.
You know, all these friends becoming enemies and then rivals becoming allies really makes you appreciate that you and I been on a pretty even keel since we met each other back in the late 60s. Friends, rivals, it really doesn't matter because this match will have reverberations, whether it's in the Bible Belt all the way out to the sweeping plains of the Old West, from the mean streets of Seattle all the way down to the hallowed, legendary Ecuadorian basketball playgrounds. Christian, this is one people have been waiting for a long time. I don't think we should make them wait any longer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the team's finals. Introducing first, representing the dungeon with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, the team of the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ben the Boss Bateman, and the former movie trivia Schmoedown teams champion, and the reigning 5-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrell. This is Danger Zone. Danger Zone coming in hot here. There's so much on the table. Dan, of course, tapping that belt that he has, it seems, every season. Dan Murrell has held that belt. He's got it again. Dan, you said it in the beginning of the season. You said it at the end of last season. Your sole mission was not to take the championships, was not to win titles. It was clearly to destroy the Finstock Exchange. You have the opportunity here today.
Yeah, he's just
what
taking
goes
titles
into the
because he's
prepping
Dan
against
Burrow.
Roca and JT?
That's just a bonus.
Well, I mean, I know both of these guys really well. I worked with one of them. I was on a team with another one. So I don't really have to prep for their mindset or prep for their mentality. I know what their mentality is. JTE is just going to kind of float in and out of the match. And John is just going to be so hyper-focused on the fact that every minute that this belt is on my shoulder, that it's not on his shoulder, that he's going to get distracted by it. So I don't have to do a lot of prep for either one of them. I know them. I know them like the back of my hand.
Yeah, Ben, it almost feels like a regional sort of college tournament winning this tourney, at least as far as Danger Zone's aspirations are concerned, because while I'm sure it would mean a lot to defeat the team that is your opponent today, you want to get to that #1 contender match. You want to get to that belt. Would winning this tournament actually mean something to you?
It would mean that the season is going exactly the way that we expect it, that the fans are expecting it. Let's be honest, Ellis, the way you're expecting it to go.
Well, Ben, playing off of that also too here, because you've got Roca not too long in a singles match, and now you get to play him here. You have said this many times, whether it be on backstage, whether it be in here, that beating Roca is almost like winning a championship for you every time that you play, because he's gotten the best of you in the past, whether it's in teams or in singles. So does that go into prepping, especially when you're now with the champ?
I wish I had gotten a chance to beat Roca when he was in his prime. I wish I could have beaten him when he really was one of the most feared competitors, but he's being carried by JTE now. He's got this guy, Greg the Barbarian, who's managing the team. Finstock shows up with a bad internet connection sometimes. I mean, I'm going against a guy that's basically fighting me on one leg, and I'm going to give him my best game, but I don't expect much, Christian, if I'm being honest.
Last question for the champ here, too. Speaking of JT, he has been playing lights out. He is one of the best teams players that we've ever seen in this game. So any thoughts, Dan, prepping for JT, who I believe this is the first time you've ever faced JT ever in the Schmoedown?
This is. Scratch another one off the list. First, I took down his old teammate, Jeff Snyder, and now I get to come back and finish the job, which is great. You can't prep for JTE, though. Prepping for JTE is like prepping for which way the wind's going to blow. You never know where he's coming from. You never know where he's going. It might be a gust that blows you over, or it might be one of those breezes that you kind of go, what was that? You never know with this guy. That does make him tough to prep for, but it also makes him an opponent that I want to face.
Fair enough. All right, gentlemen, good luck to you. We'll see you in just a moment. And their opponents, representing the Finstock Exchange, with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, and 2 knockouts. They are the team of Little Evil, the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Champion JTE, and his teammate, the former 2-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Champion and the former 2-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, the Outlaw John Roca Rushmore.
There's the spin.
Rushmore at a big 2-0. John, let me start with you here. I had mentioned that you've talked about this. I've talked about this. Everybody said that the Barbarian and the Outlaw, that's the team. And then they said, well, why are you picking up JTE in free agency? That guy hasn't played in forever. And then you say, well, don't worry about JT. Wait a minute, why are you teaming up with JT? And you guys go 2-0, 2 knockouts. What has it been? What about this team is it seems like you have been woken up from what we've seen in seasons past?
Just a relaxed confidence. That's all you can say. And listen, if I listened to the fans about what I should and shouldn't do, I wouldn't have any titles, for God's sakes. I always walk my own path, for better or worse. That's why I'm the Outlaw. That's why I blaze a trail for others to follow. And JTE, choosing him, picking him and saying, we got to go get this guy, bring him onto the team, and it all just kind of naturally happened. We found the fire with each other to go after these belts, and I love playing with this guy. So relaxed, so confident, makes me just kind of smooth out and have some fun, and he has reawoken my love for the game, and I love it.
John, as much as I enjoy your work on NBA Top Shot, my question is for my basketball playing partner, JTE. Let's talk about your manager, Finstock. He knows
he plays basketball
intimately the two opponents that you're facing today. So has he given you any insider tips, any maybe strategies on how to defeat them, or maybe get inside their head, because they have quite a lot of movie trivia knowledge themselves?
Not really. I mean, he just said that, they definitely exclude some loser behavior, which is why they're not in a faction anymore. Yeah, to me, you have three of the best players ever in the Schmoedown in this match today. I think that can't be denied. I think three of us are just Rushmore players. The other one, not quite there yet. But I'm excited to play Dan Murrell because, listen, the guy's had a great career, and we have never played before. I worked with this man. I respect this man. But you know what I love about when you respect somebody is when you beat them, because it just kind of amplifies that win. So I'm looking forward to getting this W.
So JTE, you're 13-3, I think, overall in teams with 6 title defenses. You've done a lot here, and people have always talked about Jeff Snyder being the guy. With this team, do you feel, with joining back with the Exchange, do you feel like you are on that path that you were with the Patriots all those years ago?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, we've had a better start, I think, with this team than I even did with Jeff. And, the competition is a little bit denser, I think, in a lot of ways. The game has changed a little bit since back in that day, but I still feel like the Patriots' legacy is cemented on Mount Rushmore. But this team, Rushmore, if something feels special about it, it feels like the only people that are really going to beat us is ourselves. I feel like you have to play the game as much as you're playing your opponents. And with Roka as my teammate, I just feel more confident than ever before, because I think our qualities and our skills really kind of match up really well. And I think this is the beginning of another great team that we'll be, I think, talk about for years.
Also, last question here, Outlaw. I wanted to ask you before we get going here. So, first things first, everyone had kind of said that the dungeon was going to be on top. Everybody had said about you guys that you're probably going to be in the bottom. Well, that's not the case. You guys are climbing up and getting closer and closer to taking that number 1 spot. So first, obviously, I wanted to react to that. But the main thing is, Bateman's been talking a lot on Twitter, and you've been going after him on Twitter. But this is the first time that you've faced Dan Murrell in a long time. You left him at the altar, if you will, last year, because of this particular moment, this type of thing. So what's more important to you? Is it beating Dan Murrell, or is it winning the championships?
Winning the titles is always the most paramount thing. I said it from the beginning, all the belts, all the records. Now, if I get to defeat somebody who I dropped at the end of last year because he made me nervous, because he wasn't confident about Eddie Murphy questions, because he wasn't focused in like I needed him to be, and maybe even quietly self-defeating our team, then I made the right decision, and I went with a man who was determined to go get those belts, who understands how I play, loves how I play, and builds it all the way up, and I love it to pieces. Look, it may say that we're the favorites, but the pressure's all on them. As you said, they're Dwayne Wade and Kevin Durant coming together. They're LeBron running down to Miami to hook up with a bunch of other players because he's too scared to do it by himself. You see that with Ben Bateman. Ben Bateman couldn't ride like I did. I rode solo. I got Finstock. I convinced Craig the Barbarian to be part of our faction. Ben was on his hands and knees at Craig's house, even during COVID, begging him to come out the window and come join him and be part of his faction, and Craig turned him down, and then we went and got JTE. Those are the moves I made for this faction, and then getting Craig to go out there and pick out those rookies, and Taylor Robinson as well, who's a sophomore in this game, and we got them all together, and look at how it's going. We're not the dungeon where we're losing 25 matches and winning 27 and relying on title matches to keep us in the title contention. We're doing it from the ground up, all up and down the roster. We are hanging TKOs on people, and we are shutting a lot of people up. And I'm very proud of what we've done. So I made all the right decisions, and the Finstock Exchange is glowing right now.
Well, gentlemen, both of you, good luck, and I am excited. I know you're excited. So with that, we're going to bring back Danger Zone.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have to.
Hi, I'm Dan Murrell. I'm Dan Murrell. I'm making jokes. I'm Dan Murrell.
All right,
is the match over? Did I sleep through it?
All right, here we go. All right, everybody. So let's calm down. Let's calm down, and let's get the rules of round number 1. And here we go.
really
Yeah, it takes 2 teachers for this classroom. The rules of round number 1 are as follows. 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how will be asked to the field. This is a team's exercise, but round number 1 is an individual exercise of knowledge. You may not rely on the strength of your teammate to get a correct answer in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, competitors have 15 seconds to write down that correct answer on whatever writing surface they prefer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. Questions worth a point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing, at least not in round number 1. Each team has 3 usages of the JTE way. That's the guy right there. The JTE rule. If you need a repeat ask of the question, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge, which we might as well call Roka's at this point. It's a challenge. You may use it at any time throughout the 3-round match. Bring the managers in, deliberate, delineate to our heart's content, and ultimately it will be your manager that confirms and ratifies if said challenge is taking place. Christian, if it was just a question of knowing Eddie Murphy movies, Roka's got my number.
It's true. All right. Well, I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with Rushmore. Roka, are you ready?
Hell yeah.
JT, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Danger Zone. We start with Merle. You ready?
I'm ready.
Bateman, are you ready?
I just want to give Roka the floor real fast to say something horribly offensive. John, go ahead.
We ready? Let's go.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1. Question number 1 in what seems like a street knife fight. Here we go. We're going to start with mystery films.
Don't bring guns to a knife fight.
Who directed the 2018 mystery thriller Bad Times at the El Royale?
We got a mystery just outside of my palatial estate mansion. Is who is doing the vacuuming?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Literally right there. It's definitely not you.
No, it's not me.
Haven't vacuumed in 30 years.
It's not true. I actually vacuumed.
4,
You know where
3,
your weaknesses lie.
2,
I do not
1.
know.
Pens down, hands up, please. And we start here with Roka.
No, I don't got it.
Ben Bateman.
That's already a miss for John Roka. Drew Goddard.
That is correct.
Really?
JTE.
Drew Goddard.
Yes. Dan Merle.
Drew Goddard.
All right, so Rushmore down by 1 here. It is 2-1 Danger Zone, and we go to the next question. Next question, Mark.
That's in the world of family films. Your question for a point. What film has the tagline, a 12-year-old street kid, a 3-ton orca whale, a friendship you could never imagine, an adventure you'll never forget?
So already these teams, obviously no love lost between all 4 of them.
No, you would think there'd be nothing but love amongst these legends, but no.
Questions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Start with Ben Bateman.
I had Free Willy.
Correct. JT.
Free Willy.
Dan Merle.
Free Willy.
John Roka.
Yeah, something Ben hasn't done in a long time. Free Willy. There we go.
There you go. All right. 4-3. JT liked that one. All right. Here's the next one. Horror/thriller.
Dan got a smile on that one. Thank you, Dan.
Horror/thriller. All right. Tyler Perry plays lawyer Tanner Bolt in which 2014 thriller?
And Christian, if I can just say, Roka crushed on stage in La Jolla a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did he really? Did he go up?
No, he didn't. But,
5. If you use that Free Willy joke, it might work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. This time we start with JTE.
Gone Girl.
Yes, sir. Dan Merle.
Gone Girl.
John Roka.
Gone Girl.
And Ben Bateman.
It should be noted that joke was literally below the belt. So there you go. Gone Girl.
All right. And here we go. Here is the next question, Marcus. Question 4.
That's right. Ben's comment is geographically accurate. And your next question is in the world of romantic comedies, rom-coms. Here we go. This actress starred in the 1990s rom-coms French Kiss, IQ, and Addicted to Love.
Good question.
I will say Roka didn't make it on stage, but Roka and Merle appeared in my promo poster.
Oh, I like that.
I sent it to him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with the first half of Ellis's poster. Dan Merle.
Meg Ryan.
Yes. John Roka.
Oh, yeah. Meg Ryan.
Ben Bateman.
I also had Meg Ryan.
And The Littlest of Evils.
Meg Ryan.
All right,
They
so
went from the
it
largest
is
board
at
to the
the
tiniest
moment
one.
8-7. All right, question 5. This is in the realm of black cinema. Which filmmaker was behind the movies Poetic Justice, 2000's Shaft, and Baby Boy?
And just to put a pin in this, it's the Roca Merle Riley match from years ago, and I put them on a text chain with me that night. I've never regretted putting people on a text chain more. There was
5,
trash talk the rest of the
4.
night.
Rest of the managers? 3, 2, 1.
Wasn't that bad.
Pens down, hands up, please, and we start with Roca.
Yeah, John Singleton.
Yes. Ben Bateman.
I had John Singleton.
JTE.
John Singleton.
And Dan Merle.
I also had John Singleton.
All right, so at the moment it's 10-9, Danger Zone with a 1-point lead. So far, Bateman, JT, and Merle all working with perfects at the moment. All right, Mark, so now we get to question number 6.
And it's in the category of comedies. For a point, Seth Rogen and Bill Hader play cops in this 2007 comedy directed by Greg Mottola.
Mottola.
Motorola.
It's fine. It's like Boba Fett.
Are you sure?
It's not Boba Fett, I'll tell you that.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's not biopics.
And 5.
It's also not
Dan lives in
X-Men.
Arkansas.
4.
He knows now.
3.
You know.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, please. And we start with Ben Bateman.
I had Superbad.
Yes. JT.
Super bad.
Dan Merle.
Super bad.
And John Roca.
Malo Super. That's super bad right there. That's right. Super bad.
All right. So now it is 12-11. Danger Zone up by 1. Merle, JTE, and Bateman all playing perfect at the moment as we get to our next question. This is question number 7. In the category of dramas, which 2000s film from director Steven Soderbergh had the tagline, "No one gets away clean"?
That would be the case if I didn't have a bar of Salt Cat soap.
I know what you did there, and I got to say that I appreciate it.
Bibiani's not here,
5.
but
Shea
I
with it.
appreciate
4.
the joke.
3, 2.
Repeat
question.
Oh, I think Ben
heard,
said it first.
I heard a Bateman first on that one, so we're gonna go on Bateman on that one. So here we go. Here's the question. Okay. Which 2000s film from director Steven Soderbergh had the tagline "No one gets away clean"? Both getting in there, but Danger Zone's gonna get charged for that one.
Yep. What's the Harloff showering with these days? 5,
4, sadness. 3.
You mean the gum? 5?
Dark.
Showering with a 5 gum?
Hands up, please. And this time we're going to start with JTE.
Is it the laundromat?
It's not. Merle.
Traffic.
Yes, sir. Roca.
Nope. Ocean's 13.
And Bateman.
Yeah, no, I wrote Traffic.
Bateman gets it too. So, so only Danger Zone at the moment. Danger Zone now up by 3. Danger Zone with a 3-point lead, and Merle and Bateman playing perfect thus far with question 8 about to be asked.
And this could be a huge swing because if Danger Zone gets this question correct, they're going to be asked a bonus question just to them, which could mean 2 bonus points. We're not there yet. This question's to the field, and it is in the category of action/adventure movies.
Ooh.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a younger version of which actor in the film Looper?
Finally, it's a question I know.
So now, looking for Danger Zone is, like you said, Mark, if they both get it correct here, they're going to be answering bonus questions. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. Dan Merle for the perfect round.
Bruce Willis.
You got it. John Roca.
Good job, Danny. Bruce Willis.
Ben Bateman.
I wrote Bruce Willis as well.
And JTE.
Bruce Willis.
Perfect round for Danger Zone, who sees themselves right now with a 3-point lead, looking to try to extend that to a 5-point lead if both Bateman and Dan can get it right. Gentlemen, you both have to write it down here. Here is your bonus question. Ben, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Dan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here it is. All right. Country music star Tim McGraw plays Sandra Bullock's husband in which 2009 film?
Writing it down, although they are teammates, Christian. Again, they have a 3-point lead. It could be 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ben Bateman.
The Blind Side.
Blind Side.
Dan Merle.
Blind Side.
Both correct, and Danger Zone now sees themselves up by 5 as both Dan Merle and Ben Bateman get perfect rounds here. 18-13 going into round number 2. Mark, what are the rules for round number 2?
The Blind Side, a movie Roka and I hate because the opening features a very famous injury. Round number 2 is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, doom, and justice. Each team gets a spin at that Thar wheel. Once you settle on a category, this is the team's format, so the team will hear 6 questions from that particular realm. Teammates may confer on each and every question. We do ask that when you do settle on your answer attempt, please reiterate that it is your final answer. Each question's worth 2 points. Keep in mind, there's no penalty for missing a question, but stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question recedes to 1. JTE rules and challenges as normal. And Christian, we go to the team leading by 5, Danger Zone. They're up 18-13, and it is the choice for Ben and Dan. Would you gentlemen like to spin that wheel first or defer to your opponents?
You know, Dan, I tend to like to spin second. What do you think about that?
I think that could open up some interesting possibilities. So yeah, let's. I'm exhausted from answering all those questions right. So let's let them spin the wheel.
Take a quick break. Let these guys, lose to themselves. Yep, they can spin first.
Coach,
60 seconds.
There he is.
Starting now.
No,
What losers the not
those guys have less chemistry than Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart in Twilight. They are so boring and so bad and so stupid. Look, they got a lead. I get it. It's not a problem here. We'll get it back. It's not an issue. The wheel is our friend. They're like Sisyphus. They roll the rock up the hill all the way to the top, and then it just keeps on rolling down. I'm not worried about these guys. Let's spin the wheel here and see what's up. This is where champions are made, clearly.
Here is the spin.
All right, let's go.
Been studying.
I know Sisyphus.
Round and round.
And
Let's go.
Here is the spin.
Interesting categories, and opponent's choice is lurking.
But it's not going. It's going to stay on action adventure.
Okay.
I think we're going to stick with that one.
I think we know what we want to do here.
Yeah, we'll stick with that one.
You going to stick with it? All right.
Let's stick with that.
JTE and Roka, Rushmore, you guys chose action adventure here in your wheel spin, and we are going to start here with question number 1. The secret lies with Charlotte is a clue leading to the fabled treasure taken from various empires throughout history. In which 2000s film?
National Treasure. Right? Charlotte is the name of the ship, I think, at the beginning.
Is that a Kingdom of Heaven thing? I
don't think so. I think we should do a repeat. I think we should hear it one more time.
Okay, sure.
Let's do a repeat.
All right, repeat. Here it is. The secret lies with Charlotte is a clue leading to the fabled treasure taken from various empires throughout history. In which 2000s film?
The answer is right there. Fabled
I don't feel
treasure
confident with
taken
anything,
from
Roka, so I
various
probably
empires
should go multiple choice.
throughout
Okay,
history.
let's hear the multiple choice.
That's National Treasure 1.
All right,
That's the
multiple
first National
choice.
Treasure.
Is it A, Night at the Museum, B, National Treasure, C, Land of the Lost, D, Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Guys, how can you use like a Superman? He's a national treasure.
I mean, National Treasure doesn't seem right, so...
No, it's not National Treasure.
Why not?
Pretty sure. Can we hear just the options again? We get one of those, right?
Yes, you get one of those. All right, here are the options. A, Night at the Museum, B, National Treasure, C, Land of the Lost, D, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I'm going to guess A, Roka. How do you feel about Night at the
Which
Museum?
one's A, Night at the Museum?
Yeah, 'cause I don't think it's Land of the Lost, and it's not National Treasure. So it's either A or D.
You don't think it's Journey to the Center of the Earth? Okay.
4,
Let's do it.
3,
The action adventure guy. Go
2,
with you.
A.
1.
Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Original treasure
Okay.
in Night of the Museum.
All right, here is the second question. Who plays aging police detective and family man Roger Murtaugh in the Lethal Weapon franchise?
Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover. Final answer.
2 points.
It went from 0
Jason
to 60
Statham stars as Chev Chelios, who is injected with a poison that will kill him if his heart rate drops. In which 2006 film?
Crash.
Crank.
No, Crank.
Oh, Crank. Right.
Yeah, Crank. Final answer.
It's correct for 2 more points.
I know they're not
Big save there, Christian.
And here is question 4. Who played airport police captain Carmine Lorenzo in Die Hard 2, Die Harder?
It's the guy from NYPD Blue.
Dennis Franz. Yeah,
Yes.
Dennis Franz. Dennis Franz, final answer.
That is correct. 2 more points. And that was question 4.
It was a good one, too.
That was a good one. All right, here is question 5. John Travolta and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers play mismatched spies in which 2010 action thriller?
From Paris with Love, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, From Paris with Love, final answer.
That is correct. And for your final question.
Oh, we got one more? Okay, cool.
Oh, wait, is that right? Is that 6,
Yep.
right?
Yep. One more.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right,
6.
one more.
Apologies.
You confused me. Name this 2010's film based on the synopsis. A man is implanted with a computer chip that allows him to control his body after a mugging leaves him paralyzed.
That would be Upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah, Upgrade.
Upgrade. Final answer.
For 2 more points.
I knew it,
So,
but
Rushmore has a pretty good round minus the first miss.
Damn.
It's a
Yeah.
1-point steal opportunity for Danger Zone, but it is 23-18. 23-18. So, gentlemen, you will be able to watch the steal opportunity for Danger Zone and see what they spin. So we're going to bring back Danger Zone and not put them in with their manager just yet. All right, gentlemen, there's a steal opportunity. It is worth 1 point. So one steal opportunity. The rest, your opponents got everything right, but there's 1 point available. Here it is.
Please
Are you
allow for
ready?
the question and the multiple choice options to be read. We will tell you what your opponents guessed.
Yes. All right, here it is. The secret lies with Charlotte is a clue leading to the fabled treasure taken from various empires throughout history in which 2000s film? Is it A, Night at the Museum, B, National Treasure, C, Land of the Lost, D, Journey to the Center of the Earth? Your opponents chose Night at the Museum.
Different empires around the world.
I think it might be National
it's
Treasure.
like a national treasure.
It sounds correct.
That jumped into my head immediately.
Charlotte sounds like Land of the Lost to me. I'd like to hear our
5.
multiple choice options one more time for free.
You can hear it one more time. A, Night at the Museum. B, National Treasure. C, Land of the Lost. D, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Here's the thing, that sounded familiar to me, The Secret Lies with Charlotte, and I haven't seen the other films. So that's why National Treasure jumped into my head.
That's a good instinct. I'm only going purely
5.
off of Charlotte sounding like land.
4.
Let's go with it. Let's say
3.
okay.
Yeah.
National Treasure, final answer.
That's correct for 1 point.
I told you
Nice instinct, buddy.
so.
All right, so
I finally
now
know something and nobody
after that,
listens
so
to me.
now it is 23-19. Rushmore has 23. Danger Zone has 19. So now we are going to bring in Kaiser, who will talk to you for 60 seconds.
Guys, how could you do
Come
that to Superman?
fly with
He's
me.
a national treasure.
Come fly, let's fly away. Welcome aboard Danger Zone Air.
Captain
This is
Kaiser.
Captain Trashmouth up front. Listen, real quick. The last time John Roca flew on a plane, it was the Memphis Belle. There's been a lot of changes to aviation, so let me get him up to speed here. John, there's a couple rules. Number 1, if we lose pressure, you got to put the mask on your grandson, Joshy, before you put it on yourself. Second rule, your Dickie-Doo manager, he's got to spend the flight in the toilet because our stewardess has a restraining order against the guy and it could get messy. So them's the rules, boys. How we feeling today? Wow, what a good game. You guys
20
are really
seconds,
in the
thank
zone.
God.
I got to tell you, we're just smooth sailing. I don't feel any turbulence. You want to spin this thing, boys, and finish the
Kaiser, I want
game
you
or
to
what?
use the full
10
60.
seconds.
Please,
They're perfect
please
so
keep
far.
talking. I'm enjoying
Come
this.
fly with me. Come fly, let's fly away.
Let's do it.
Here it is.
Our fans have never been happier to see the virtual wheel.
No, I
We're
will
playing
say,
Rushmore, Kaiser's playing the audience.
I think Dan's the only one I like out of the 3 of these guys. All right, here's the next one.
I like the wheel the best.
Oh, and it is opponent's choice. All right,
That's what we
gentlemen.
needed.
Got
What-
what
what
we
is-
needed here.
What are we going to
60
give them?
seconds.
This
60
is a
seconds.
this is tough here.
Okay.
I mean, what
I think-
what are you guys thinking about martial arts?
We had a conversation before we started this on strategy. Should we play the martial arts movies card here?
I think it's raw. I think it's a niche audience. I think these guys know Bond. I think they know Star Trek.
Yeah.
I think they know Black cinema.
And
Capra pretty easy.
Capra hasn't been spun, so it'll be the easy ones on Capra.
Yeah.
So what do you think, JT? Should we play the martial arts game?
Yeah, I mean it hasn't been chosen too many times, so like I don't know how deep the cuts will be, but it's the same with Frank Capra. So I think it's between Frank Capra and martial arts. What do you two think?
I think we have more options to steal with martial arts movies. That's what I think. And
yeah,
it's a lighter, like you can cram with Capra.
Down on that. I mean, courtroom and legal thrillers, they probably put that on there.
Okay. 4.
I would go
martial arts. Martial arts.
Yeah. Martial arts it is. All right, thank you, gentlemen. All right, we're good to go. All right, Mark, so we're going to martial arts. Martial arts.
Martial arts is the category, despite what their manager said. Put the mask on yourself, then assist the child. Question number 1 of 6, gentlemen, for 2 points, unless you need the aid of multiple choice. Who plays the character Tang Lung in the 1972 film The Way of the Dragon?
I mean, the smart money would obviously be on Bruce Lee, but is that the decoy answer?
That's what I was gonna say, but it's too
Could
obvious.
be. I think we play safe. We know
I think
Chuck
we play
Norris is
safe.
also in the movie.
Yeah.
4.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Your 4 options for 1 point. Is it A, Bruce Lee, B, Robert Wall, C, Jimmy Yang Wu, or D, Chuck Norris?
If they expect us to know that Jimmy Yang Wu plays Tang Lung in The Way of the Dragon,
Yeah, I think we go with Bruce Lee. What do you think?
I agree. I'm going to say it, okay?
Yep.
Bruce Lee, final answer.
Your final answer is correct, and they are on the board now with a 3-point deficit. They can cut that to 1 with this next question. In the world of martial arts, it is. Who plays the lead role of Ting in Ong Bak, the Thai Warrior?
The lead role of Ting in Ong Bak, the Thai Warrior. That's the first Ong Bak film. Is he not Ong Bak?
I don't know. I don't have an inclination. I think we should check down again.
3.
Okay. We're going to go
check multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice, your 4 options. Is it A, Donnie Yen, B, Iko Uwais, C, Tony Jaa, or D, Joe Taslim?
So it's either Joe Taslim or Tony Jaa.
Yeah. I think it might be Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa is the lead of the film.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
5.
Tony Jaa.
4.
3. Yeah, let's go for it, though. Tony
2.
Jaa, final answer.
Christian, they're multiple choice in their way around this round nicely so far. That is correct for another point. They can possibly tie the lead with this next question. Here it is. Martial arts. What Academy Award-winning actress plays the lead role of Julie Pierce in The Next Karate Kid?
That, Dan, I believe, is Hilary Swank.
It is 100% Hilary Swank. Yes.
Hilary Swank, final answer.
And we are 100% tied at the top. It is 23 all. So now, with their 4th question in the category of martial arts, Danger Zone has the chance to take a cruising altitude and the lead. Who starred in and directed 2012's The Man with the Iron Fists?
The Man with the Iron Fists is Russell Crowe, or is it?
No, I don't think so.
I want to repeat because I think I might.
Want to do a repeat here?
I want to use one. Yeah.
5.
We're gonna repeat the question.
Second one.
Okay. You have 1 JT rule remaining. The question: Who starred in and directed 2012's The Man with the Iron Fists?
Is this not the movie, the RZA movie, or is it like Keanu Reeves or something?
They may be in it. I don't know if they started and directed it. I think we should check down again. We're tied.
5.
I think we should check down.
4.
I think so. We'll know a multiple.
3.
Yeah, we're gonna go to multiple choice.
Your 4 multiple choice options for a point. Is it A, Quentin Tarantino, B, Robert Rodriguez, C, Eli Roth, or D, RZA?
It's got to be RZA. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm positive it's RZA.
Yeah.
I just didn't know to guess it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. D, RZA, final answer.
And didn't do a bad job of that movie. That is correct for another point. Christian, they're hot routing their way, but they now have the lead outright, and they can build upon that with their final 2 questions. Gentlemen, your penultimate question in martial arts movies is, What 1974 film starred Sonny Chiba as Terry, a mercenary karate master, and was the first film in a popular franchise?
So I know that he starred in The Street Fighter. Is this that movie?
I don't know that to be true.
We can play it safe. I know he starred in a movie.
I think we play it safe.
4.
Okay, check down. We'll check down the multiple choice.
Multiple choice, yeah.
All right. The West Coast offense. 4 options for a point. Is it A, the Bushido Blade, B, Karate Warrior, C, Shogun Assassin, or D, the Street Fighter?
None of the other ones stand out to me.
I know for a fact that Sonny Chiba starred in The Street Fighter, so I'm inclined to go that way.
I like the guess.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Street
We're going
Fighter,
to go
final
D,
answer.
The Street Fighter.
That is correct for a point.
All right, so they have one more question here, navigating through the opponent's choice very, very skillfully with multiple choice here, 25-23, with a final question here, Mark.
Yeah, their goal was to not give away any steals. They've accomplished that so far. One final question before heading into round 3. Danger Zone, which 2000s movie franchise has a main character named Chon Wang?
2000s movie franchise, Chon Wang. Check.
I mean, there's a guy named Wang.
I don't know. I know the martial arts fans are going to crush us for this, but this is why we built a big lead for this exact scenario. So I think we have to check down multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options for a point. Is it A, Rush Hour, B, Shanghai Noon, C, Undisputed, or D, Street Fighter?
It's not Rush Hour.
It's not
I thought that it might be Shanghai Noon.
No.
That sounded a little familiar. And it's not Street Fighter, I don't think. So I think it might be
5.
Shanghai Noon.
4.
No, wait,
I don't even remember the
3.
name. I want to use one more repeat on this.
2.
Sure, please repeat.
Repeat the question.
Last one.
Final JT rule has been used. The question, which 2000s movie franchise has a main character named Chon Wang? Your 4 multiple choice options. Is it A, Rush Hour, B, Shanghai Noon, C, Undisputed, or D, Street Fighter?
And Charlie Chaplin somehow. Shanghai Noon. Well, let
Chon Wang, it's not Street Fighter.
Shanghai franchise. Because Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights.
Is your instinct Shanghai Noon?
My instinct is Shanghai Noon.
Five.
Yeah.
Yeah?
4.
Yeah.
I'll trust you on that.
3.
We're gonna
Shanghai
go
Noon.
Shanghai Noon, final answer.
Shanghai Noon, yeah.
Your inside serves you well. That is correct for another point, Christian.
Go, partner. Good job.
I think they checked to multiple choice on every question except one, but look, they have. This is why they built up the lead, as they said themselves. It is a 3-point ball game in favor of Danger Zone going into round 3.
Beautifully played round by Danger Zone in an opponent's choice, navigating it through multiple choice and find themselves still up by 3. All right, gentlemen. So no steal opportunities left, but the score at the moment: Danger Zone 26, Rushmore 23. So. Your opponents got all their questions right. Check to multiple choice 5 times. And now we have a 26-23 win. 26-23 game. And I will say, beautifully played by Danger Zone here, but Rushmore makes up the lead a little bit. 3 points down, 26-23 going into round number 3.
See if I can remember how round 3 works. Oh, yeah, this is the round that will determine the match. Unless we go to sudden death overtime, which I'm told we're prepared for. So here are the rules. Each team, as a unit, gives us 3 numbers. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. You may not select the same numbers as your opponent because each integer corresponds to a different corner of Schmoedown Mystery. First question is worth 2 points. Next question is worth 3 points. Your final question is worth 5 big points. We get those questions from those numbers that you give us. It is the team format, so here's the rub. Once we give the team the category for your 2-point question, the team must select which member is going to be answering that question alone. You may not rely on your teammate's strength for the 2-point question. Conversely, the opposite member of the team will be answering the 3-point question alone. You may only confer with your teammate for the 5-point question. It is a 3-point lead for Danger Zone. So once again, Dan, Ben, you have the honor to give us your 3 lucky numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
Boss, you want to serve one up first?
I like going 3 to start things out.
Okay.
I will take 8.
And Ben?
I'm going to go 7. And can we just clarify? You said that we used all of our repeats. I just wanted to make sure that's right. 2 in the round and then 1 in round 1. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, used all 3. So 3, 8, and 7. And Rushmore has 2 JTs left. Danger Zone is out of JTs. All right. So Rushmore, your numbers.
Go ahead, brother.
I'll start with 13.
8.
13. 8 has been taken.
Oh,
already.
sorry. 10. Is it 10?
10?
Okay.
I guess I'll go 19.
Let's do it.
All right. So 3, 8, and 7 for Danger Zone. 13, 10, and 19. All right. 60 seconds, guys. Are starting now.
Wow. Uncle Jesse and Uncle Fester came to play today. They're doing pretty good, I got to say. I mean, honestly, for a bunch of mooks, they're playing a pretty good game. Hey, listen, after the match, tune into the SEN network. Roka's launching his new show, Baking for Better Bowel Movement. You're not going to want to miss that. All you people with bloating issues, the Barbarian, Brother Loomis, check it out. All right, boys, this is the third round. This is where the dungeon excels. We need to stay cool. We don't have any JTEs left. That's not a problem because we're going to use our 15 seconds wisely. Stay in the zone. This game is not over. 3-point lead, my butt, man. It's 0-0. Let's take these fools down and show them who the best team in the league is.
Oh, we would have killed to have a 3-point lead. We knew their luck in the wheel round. We knew we'd have to build a big lead. We did that. If you told me that we were going in with a 3-point lead in round 5, I'd be delighted, and I am delighted. The TKO's still on the table. Let's play.
Hey, the cabin's open for cocktails, baby. Let's rock.
All right, Tom, 60 seconds.
We got the miracle we needed. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Look, we're right there. Get them to their 5. We know they're both choke artists when it comes to that. It's confirmed. It's documented.
Well, JT, we wanted to play third round. We wanted to answer some questions in the third round, so let's find out what happens.
Get the 5. Get them to their 5.
Yeah.
It's about time we got a third round match.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a boxing match. We're going back and forth. They're throwing jabs, haymakers.
The way it should be.
We're into the last 3 rounds. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it.
Good luck.
All right, so here we go. So our teams are back, and Rushmore will be trying to avoid the TKO, and they will be answering first. Mark, they chose category 13. Category 13 to start, and that is going to take us to the world of rom-coms.
That's right. As I recover from the emotion of those 2 motivational speeches, here is
I might have a
your
shot at
2-point
this one.
question. Who's taking it?
Well, I think how do you feel? I feel confident.
I think you go, Roka. Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's give it.
Yeah, weaker player gets the 2. I like it. Yeah.
So this is Roka.
Yes, it's me.
It is Roka I'm asking the question to, and Roka alone in the category of rom-coms for 2 points. Who stars as Simon in 2018's Love, Simon?
Timothy Chalamet, because he's in every movie now.
I don't know if I know this one. Crap. I'm sorry, JT. I don't know if I know this
one. 5, 4, 3.
I don't think I do. Is it Ansel Elgort?
That is incorrect. Looking for Nick Robinson.
Sorry, bud. I don't know that one. Doesn't seem like a 2-pointer to me, but all right.
I mean, it's pretty well-known movie. All right, so here is.
I was just taking a page out of Ben's playbook. Doesn't seem like a 2-pointer to me. All right.
I got that question last season. We were teammates, Roka. So
did you?
How
about that Eddie Murphy? How about Harlem Nights? Did you know Harlem Nights?
All right, everyone. All right, listen. So now, in order to tie it, JTE needs to hit his 3-pointer mark, and he chose category 10.
That is the category of the 1980s. I don't know if JT was alive then, but it was a pretty good decade for flicks.
Good, JT.
I was a child, yes.
Josh, the engineer, your question for 3 points and the tie in the category of the 80s. What 1980s film has a star-studded cast of Tom Berenger, Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum, William Hurt, and Kevin Kline?
What's he looking at? I thought it was gonna
The Big Chill?
And Kevin Costner plays a dead guy in it. That is correct.
Nice job, baby.
All right, so with that, the TKO has been avoided, and now in order to force Rushmore to hit their 5, Danger Zone needs to hit their 2-point question. They started with category 3, and that would be director Steven Spielberg.
Of course,
he's pretty well known for a few flicks over the years. Who's taking it?
I mean, we're both good at this one, Bateman. What do you feel?
Yeah, I feel Spielberg's more your specialty. There's small actors from the 70s and 80s that I can see myself, like Peter Coyote, that kind of actor, where I can see. I feel like you'd have a better shot at it.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take Spielberg.
All right, here you go. Here's the.
Peter Coyote's a legend, first of all.
Yes, he is.
2-point question. For a 2-point lead, Danger Zone. In the world of Steven Spielberg for Dan Merle. Who plays the role of Mutt Williams in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Shia LaBeouf.
That would be
Shia LaBeouf.
That would be, and now that would also be a 2-point lead back to Danger Zone. Christian, we pivot back to Rushmore. They got to have this next one.
All right, so they got to hit this question here. It is 28-26. They hit the 5. Then they are going to be in a good position here, but they need to hit their 5. Now, they chose category 19. Mark, that is going to be in the category of Will Smith films.
Ooh, shit.
Okay.
Will Smith movies, one of Mark Ellis' senior favorite actors of all time. And now it's a 5-point question for Rushmore to stay alive. Here it is. Fred Shepsey directed Will Smith in what 1993 drama featuring Ian McKellen?
Dude, I don't know this one.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
Oh, damn it.
5, 4.
You got 2 repeats. So.
3.
Yeah, let's do a repeat.
Repeat.
Second one.
Yeah.
You have one remaining. In the category of Will Smith movies, Fred Shepsey directed Will Smith in what 1993 drama featuring Ian McKellen?
All right, Ruka, I remember the film. It's where he plays somebody who's pretending to be somebody else. I think he's actually gay in the film, and
Is that 6 Degrees of Separation? Does that sound right to you?
5.
That does sound like
4.
it could be it. Let's do one more repeat.
Yeah,
one more repeat. Yeah, I think is that the name of the film?
That's your final JTE rule.
Yeah.
Question. Fred Shepsey directed Will Smith in what 1993 drama featuring Ian McKellen?
So do you know the film I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that the name of it?
It's like the art thing and whatever.
Yeah, he plays like a con artist, almost like it's 6 Degrees of Separation. Do you believe that's in the title?
I think so.
Let's go with it.
5.
Go with it.
All right.
Go with it.
4.
Win or lose, we'll go
3.
down swinging. 6
2.
Degrees of Separation. Final answer.
They talked it out over 2 JTE rules, and Christian, it paid off for him. That is correct.
All right, so we see ourselves now.
That was teamwork, Ruka.
28. So Bateman has an opportunity to tie the game here should he hit his 3-pointer and give Danger Zone an opportunity to win. Here is the category. It is in the category 8, and that would be thrillers.
Yes, it would. And all of a sudden, this match has become one of those. So, boss, category thrillers. This is to tie the lead of Rushmore. Here it is. Which actor plays the lead role alongside Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson in the 2018 thriller The Commuter, about a man who unwittingly ends up in a murder conspiracy by a stranger?
Oh, dude, if they get
5.
this question,
4.
and it's the 5-pointer,
3.
it's a sudden
2.
Liam Neeson, final answer.
Liam Neeson is correct, Christian.
He knew
We got
that
a
from
tied ball
second
game.
15, man.
I'm
just happy for Ben that he got one
It
right in the
all
third
comes
round.
down to this. Reminder to competitors, if you are not currently trying to answer the question, you must remain silent. Thank you.
All right, so here it is. It is the 5-point question. Now, if Danger Zone hits it, they win. They go on to play Corruption in a #1 contender match. However, if they miss, we're going to sudden death. So here is the category. It's category 7, and it's Denzel Washington.
And once again, Dan Merle and Ben Bateman may confer for this 5-point answer for the win.
And they have
Danger
no repeats.
Zone.
Am I correct? No repeats.
That is correct.
Okay. Sorry,
Your
Mark.
question in the world of Denzel Washington flicks. Who plays Congressman Raymond Prentice Shaw in 2004's The Manchurian Candidate?
That's Liev Schreiber, isn't it, Bateman?
Yeah, because unless Liev Schreiber is the soldier.
No, I'm almost positive it's Liev Schreiber.
5.
Yeah.
4.
I like the
Yes.
guess. Let's do it.
3.
Liev Schreiber. Final answer.
And your winners, advancing to the #1 contender match, Ben the Boss Bateman, Dangerous Dan Murrow, the team of Danger Zone.
Hell yeah, partner.
Danger Zone
Damn right.
does it. They go 3-0. Dan Murrell gets to meet with corruption once again. It's corruption, and it is another final that Ben Bateman can say he has won in the teams tournament. All right, so it was a fight. It was a battle. It came down to the last 5 points, and now we will say congratulations to the dungeon, congratulations to Danger Zone, and we'll see you in just a moment with Jen Sturger. Look, it was a battle. These teams really went at it, and they really fought hard, really hard.
What a match this was, Christian. You put away all the trash talk. You put away all the tomfoolery, all of the antic from their managers, who Kaiser looking like he just got fired from Spirit Airlines, Gucci looking like he just got arrested on platform 9 3/4. When you actually get down to the gameplay itself, we saw on full display in front of the world 2 master strategist teams, 4 players that clearly know the ins and outs of this game, and they utilized every play in the book. Ended up being Danger Zone getting the W today.
Yeah, Danger Zone does it. They played very well, and look, Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman, what they did in that second round, I think needs to be commended, because they hit opponent's choice. They didn't panic. They didn't try to guess on the 2-pointers. They had said it. They built up to that lead, and they took the risk knowing that potentially could happen. It was very well done on the way that they played it. And the same can be said. Look, I think that for this one, Roka would admit it. I think Roka was off a little bit in this game. I think he was off a little bit in this game. He missed that one and he missed his 2. I mean, the 2 really wouldn't have affected anything towards the end there, but I think he knew it just a little bit. We'll find out more when Jen talks to him. But this was a big win. It's a big win for bragging rights. It's a big win also because this now puts Dan Murrell and Bateman in that position, one step closer to a potential title match.
You just think about those bonus points that are offered in round number 1. Both Danger Zone members capitalizing on that. Yeah. Not quite up to snuff for Rushmore today, but I think a lot of fans would still have them etched in their top 4 all-time movie trivia Schmoedown personalities. So right now, for an interview with the winning team first, that would be Danger Zone and their manager. We turn it over and wish the best of luck to Jen Sturgeon.
Sorry, I'm preparing myself for this. Congratulations, gentlemen. That was a really interesting match, and really, honestly, I'm very impressed by the way that you were able to navigate that third round, considering you'd burned through all your JTEs, because that was honestly my biggest concern for you guys going into that third round. So tell me, were you the least bit nervous heading in there knowing you didn't have a backup plan? You didn't have that extra time, that chance to pull a Bateman and just, burn through your JTEs?
Well, in case you didn't notice, Bateman pulled a Bateman by answering it with me without needing it. But listen, it is the answer, Jen, is that Bateman and I, of course, both like to have at least one JTE in our pocket in the final round. But I'm going to give credit to our manager, and I know people are going to hate this, but our manager Kaiser, from day one, he has been, and he's tried to break us out of our bad habits. He said, use those JTEs when you need them. We used them when we needed them. We ended up not needing them in the third round. So that was some good managing from Captain Kaiser up there.
Let's talk about round 2, though, because that could have really gone either way with you guys. Spinning opponent's choice. You guys had obviously built up that lead in round 1. No one wants to spin opponent's choice, but tell me, how did you guys navigate that category so fluidly together?
You count your points, Jen. You keep a running clock the whole time of every point that you're going to get or you're going to give away, and you know that you just have to maintain the lead by 1. When it comes to 2 players like Dan and myself, you bet on yourself to get 10 in the last round every single time. JTEs or no JTEs. So as long as we can stay 1 ahead, we know we have a shot to win this thing, and that's what we were doing in that second round. There was chances 3 of those questions to wager a 2-point guess and get it right, but it swings the game too much. We lose the lead. It's not worth it.
Dan, this is the first time you've actually defeated Roka in teams, and there's been so much smack talk going on between the 2 of you guys. Does this give you any kind of validation to finally possibly shut him up? Because let's be real, it's John Roka.
Well, there's no chance of that. I'll tell you that right now. But yes, it does, because I feel like that's what I've been doing so far this season. People said that I started off the season with Snyder, who's been talking about he's the real GOAT, and I beat him. And then the fans were saying that Collins was the new GOAT, and I beat Collins. And now Roka's running around saying he's the GOAT, and I beat Roka. It's like I'm not smack talking these people.
Killer.
Like, they're picking the fights with me. They're the ones coming into my world. I'm content to just play the game. So of course it gives me some satisfaction, and this is my first chance. I said this from the beginning of the season about the exchange. They picked a fight they couldn't win, and it's going to last all season. And this was round one, and the exchange has a lot more rounds to go with the dungeon, and we're not letting them up off the canvas.
Kaiser, this is honestly the quietest I've seen you. Are you just letting the W do the talking for itself, or what?
Well, I mean, look, I've got 12 souls on board this dungeon airline, and I got to keep cool, okay? I mean, look, what are you going to do, Jen, in a world where these little Gucci geeks are multiplying like jackrabbits? I mean, the bad news is for them is that we got a hunting license, okay? There's plenty of 7-Elevens that are looking for lucky rabbit's foots to put next to the PP pills at the counter. You know what I mean? So we're going to take off.
I don't.
We're going to shoot them down. I mean, we're going to shoot them down as they line them up, and we're going to shoot them down. They're having a good run. I mean, no one can deny the impressive start by those rookies. That said, when you go up against the GOAT and you go up against the boss, it's going to be a complete hatchet job. They're going to walk home with a few less limbs, is all I'm going to say. I couldn't be more proud of these guys. We worked our butts off. Man, everyone knows we love martial arts movies in the dungeon. Don't try and give us martial arts. I mean, martial arts movies we've watched in the last 2 months, even the ones not released in the U.S., Jen, because we're playing in Thailand this weekend in an exhibition game. So there you go.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that by league rules. You might want to run
Well,
that
Mark
by
Ellis said it was
Commissioner.
okay, so.
Oh, okay, sure. So anyways, guys, I know you'd like to celebrate this, but now you get to move on to Corruption. Ben, you've defeated Corruption once. Dan, they've kind of had your number a little bit in the past. So how are you feeling going into this #1 contender match?
I feel like Michael Corleone at the end of The Godfather. This is the season where we settle all family business, and I've done it so far. Who better to settle my business with than the boss? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing all year.
Gucci picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue, Jen. That's all I got to say.
When it comes to Corruption, Jen, the truth is, in their first run, I beat him with Who's the Boss. I have respect for Mike and his legacy, but as a player right now, the singles and teams division, not a chance.
He beat you in singles, right?
It's just like
You
JT,
remember that.
right? Chance is pulling him along, same way JT's pulling Roka along. And it's going to be great because I'm going to beat Corruption with Dan, and I'm going to beat Roka again, and I'm going to embarrass him. I mean, he has no confidence left. The man, he is limping along. I could tell when he walked into the match in the first place. So it's going to be fun to line it up, get 2 wins back to back. I just can't wait. I'm excited about it.
Speaking
Jen,
of
one more
Corruption,
thing.
though.
Can I just say one thing? I got.
Why not?
The 6 degrees of separation question, I got to give them credit for. That was a big pull. They're both big players, and they're capable of doing that. They didn't go easy. Okay, yeah, we had a 5-point lead, but they fought tooth and nail back. So as much as that they're morons and goons that are on the no-fly list now, you still have to respect their gameplay.
Sure. Speaking of Corruption, though, big match tonight in Inner Geekdom, obviously. It's Mara versus Mike 3. How are we feeling right now? What's the vibe at your house, Dan? I mean, Kaiser, how are you feeling? Give me the overall vibes for fight night.
I feel great.
We just landed this bird. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I get a front row seat to see how this is going. I feel great. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun day.
We're all going to celebrate at the Marriott Hotel near LAX afterwards. Some of my friends from JetBlue are stopping by. Those people have been good to me over the years. We're going to be celebrating 2 wins in the dungeon. Mara Kanopik will prove that she is the greatest player the Inner Geekdom's ever seen. And sadly, it's going to be at the expense of KO. So Corruption, I'm not looking forward to watching you guys mope after you lose this match. It's aggravating.
Strong words there. Best of luck to the dungeon this evening, and congratulations, gentlemen, on a well-fought victory today.
Look, Danger Zone does it, and you say what you will about Ben Bateman and how obnoxious he is. He is also a guy who said, "I'm going to do this. I am going to join Dan because I want to win. Well, guess what? He's winning. He's not only winning in teams, he beat Mark Riley, but now he does have that test against John Roca coming up here really soon. It happens in June. So the question is, which outlaw do we see? And we're about to find out in the post here. Are we finding an outlaw that's upset about it? Is he going to take it to heart? Is he going to mentally, he's going to go, I don't know. Or is he really now going to want to make Bateman pay for this? So we're going to find out in the post which one we get. But either way, we're going to see a showdown next month between the two.
Yeah, we have many questions, and some of them arising from that interview we just witnessed. Like one, we've been doing live matches all over the country for years. We've never gotten a discount on flights. Kaiser, you got my number.
Yeah, what the hell,
as far as the
Kaiser?
Roca question goes, Christian, I think this is where JTE's legacy as a great teams player might come in handy. It's not always when you win and you're defending belts and everything is good. It's when you take a tough loss. Can JTE show the kind of backbone necessary that Roca might sometimes need to lean on to get back to that championship level? These two guys know how good they can be. Will they be able to return to that? And will this team chemistry seal that bond? There's a lot that remains to be seen with Rushmore.
Well, we're going to find out exactly how they're feeling and how Gucci's feeling because the exchange was on a pretty big tear with momentum here, and they get pushed back just a little bit by the dungeon. So we're going to now hear from Jen Sturgeon, who was with the team of John Roca and JTE.
Tough loss today, gentlemen. What does this loss do to the momentum that you guys had going for you? Because let's face it, like Christian was saying, you guys were on a tear.
Yeah, I think when I look back at this match, the first round is something that we talked about before this game. I think one of us, we're in the mindset like one of us have to get that perfect round because we figured one or if not both of them would also. And, we came one question away from at least one of us getting a perfect round. We would have got that extra bonus question and it would have been like a 2-point game. We had a better second round. He's saying, give us martial arts. I tell you what, you had to go multiple choice for almost every question. I'm going to give you martial arts every time going forward if that's what you're going to pull. Because, yes, we missed one question action, went to multiple. They got steal, but we still got 2 points for every other question. So we had a better second round. It really comes down to that first round. In the third round, we pulled that 5. I was so proud of Roca for pulling that title because I could see the movie in my head. I remembered the film. I could not remember the title. In order to, work with Roca and be like, hey, do you remember this movie? Give him a quick synopsis, and then boom, he pulled it out. I was like, dude, this is exactly the kind of teammate you want to have in that kind of situation. Again, it really just comes down to that first round. We both missed a question or two that could have gave us that bonus, and that really kind of made the whole game up for us. And then, Roca missed a 2-pointer, which honestly, at the end of the day, didn't really mean anything. It was more about the first round than anything.
100%. I mean, look, the better team lost today. There's no question about that. Like I said earlier at the top, those guys have the chemistry of a snail. Terrible team. We'll see what happens with them. I don't like the antics over there. Of course we don't. We felt really good coming into this match. There's no question about that. But like JT said, the first round, in order to as big of morons as these guys are and as chemistry as they have as, Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman, the way I see it, we knew they were going to at least get one of them winning the first round.
Yeah.
They're morons, but they're pretty damn good. So, and their fearless leader over there, whatever, they're doing pretty well. We get that. We knew we had to borderline play a perfect game here. We didn't. That's it.
Roca, I know you, and I know the level of competitor you are, and I know just how hard you are on yourself when it comes to those misses that you're like, I should have had that. What's going on in your head at the moment? And does it sting because you lost more to Dan or Ben or both?
I think it stings more that JT and I don't get to ride for another round up against corruption. I owe those boys a whooping as well. It would have been fun to put JT.
Who don't you owe a whooping to at this point, Roca? Let's be real. When you're around that long, everyone's got their name on your list.
Yeah, everyone's got it coming. That's for damn sure. But it would have been nice to have JT jump up into the corruption and mess them all up because I know there's someone who is immune to all their antics. It is JTE. So I apologize for missing those two in the first round. Sometimes the game giveth and the game taketh away. I have studied. I'm telling you, no less than 100 hours throughout this tournament to get ready for all these matches. I put my nose to the grindstone, and sadly, a couple of those films that I just don't gravitate to. I saw Love, Simon, but Nick Robinson is not a name that sticks out in my head. And Bad Times El Royale just did not look good to me, and I never saw it, so it's on me. So sometimes it's going to happen. They could have asked 2 classics questions of Ben, and Ben would have fumbled around like a teenager at 14 years old kissing his first girl. So it's just those kinds of situations you run into, and you just never know how it's going to come. So I take the hit. I got the 5-pointer for us, which is great to keep us in the match and force them to answer their 5. We could have gone to sudden death, but I know I'm going to get dinged by some of the fans for a couple of the misses here. So be it. That's the game, putting myself out there. But yeah, it sucks because I really wanted to prove that I'm the better man. But here's what you need to know. This is a long season, and so many people have been crapping on the Finstock Exchange saying, oh, it's only month 3, month 4. Well, you better use the same logic when you start talking about this loss. The Patriots lost to a number of people before they faced them in the playoffs and then whooped them in the playoffs. So the time is going to come where we may face these guys again, and that's going to be playoffs atmosphere. And all the giggling and all the, isn't On Bach his real name anyway? All the dumb stuff that you don't know. Who doesn't know Bruce Lee is the lead of The Way of the Dragon? I mean, what kind of numbskull doesn't know that? He can ride high off Dan saving his butt. I'm talking about Ben Bateman.
Sidecar Willie.
But in the end of the day, if Dan ever stumbles, poor Bateman's not going to know what to do trying to put his retainer back into his mouth. So this is the game now, and I'm ready to take on Ben Bateman on June 4th. This only makes me want to study more, Benny boy. You're in so much trouble because Dan's not going to be able to save you this time. No Snickers, no big whiteboard, no laughs, no sunglasses, no cheesy suit from Ross Dress for Less is going to save you, kid, because I am coming for you. And when I set my mind on something, it gets done. And Dan, enjoy the win. Our story is not over, old man. Our story is not over. You better believe it.
Damn, why'd you have to bring Ross into this? They got great stuff sometimes.
JT, I apologize.
JT, you were talking about Bateman, not being on the caliber as the rest of you were. Did today's match change your mind at all?
Not really. I mean, when you come in the 3rd round with no JTEs and you had to go multiple choice for almost maybe every question in round 2, not very impressive in my books. Yeah. So to me, again, the first round, listen, the first round questions are the easiest questions probably you're going to get throughout most of the match. But it comes down to, have you seen the movie or not? Like, Roka had not seen one of the films. I totally get why you didn't see that. They got 2 extra points off, Tim McGraw. How many movies has this guy been in? The Blind Side, easy question. I knew they were going to get that. The Bruce Willis question. The one question I got wrong was a Steven Soderbergh movie, and it wasn't even like information on the film. It was just like, what's the tagline? Which you could fit that tagline with so many Steven Soderbergh movies. I put the Laundromat. It almost sounds like the Laundromat would be a perfect log line for that. He put Ocean's 11. I was even debating put Ocean's 11.
The girlfriend experience.
Yeah, the girlfriend experience.
Yeah.
So for me, the question I got wrong was definitely the most vague. I took a shot. I missed it. That question would have gave us 2 more points and would have made this game much different. So to me, they won on bonuses, and they went multiple choice the whole second round. I don't think I've ever done that in my entire career.
The team lost.
In the Schmoedown.
That's right.
Yeah, I've never done that in my whole career.
And you
I
tell
know,
that
Gucci,
hack
I know.
pilot.
Put it on a shirt, all right? Put it on a shirt.
You tell that hack pilot who's grounded because God knows what he did in a plane that we're coming for his team, and he better get ready. Pally, I'm glad you showered for this match. Good job, Kaiser. But the story is not over. I know Tom is even more motivated now to step up into the ring with you guys. So the time will become. We're going to see you guys again. Don't you sweat it. We're going to see you guys again. And when we do, I hope to God you're wearing the belts. And when we take it off you, that's what's going to matter, because it matters who's holding the belts at the end of the year. The year is fine. But if we're standing at Schmoedown Spectacular with all the belts, no one's going to remember this.
And look at the record. Exchange is killing every other team when it comes to wins and losses. The points are the points. The way they're worked out, they just happen to be in the lead. But if you just go by record, Exchange is not at all.
Diamond hands.
I love JTE doing the Steiner math over there. Do you got any final words for me, Gucci, before I let you go?
Yeah, like I said, the better team lost today. We'll be back. We're not worried about it. Anyway, put 2 and 2 together. It equals 4.
Yeah. You tell Pearl Jam and Trashbag Sinatra we're coming back for them.
All right. Enough of you guys. Back to the desk.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we said, we knew the fireworks were going to be there before they started, during the match, after the match. I think John's right. I don't think this is the end of this rivalry by a long shot. I think we're going to see a lot more of it. I mean, we're clearly going to see a lot more of it in June when when Roca and Bateman play against each other for an opportunity to play the winner of Oyama and Irwin, who will go on to play Dan Murrell sometime in July. So this is there's so much, and even JTE's moving through the singles division, but Rushmore 2-1 right now. They'll have another opportunity, whether it's before the second tournament, who knows. But here are the standings as they stand today. Obviously, you see the Dungeon still having their lead. The Exchange needed this win here today. Would have been a big 4 points, but Dungeon picks up 4 more points, and they're starting to tear away. So it's going to be all about tournament season, Mark. Even though we have this team's tournament is now wrapped, and we have our winners going up to play Corruption, which will be a 3-round match. It is a number 1 contender match. It is a 3-round match between both now the Danger Zone and Corruption. That will happen. The Star Wars tournament still going on at the moment, but we also have, as Jen brought up before, what a card here tonight. Corruption back on the pay-per-view in both the undercard and in the main event. Marisol McKee with a victory over both Video Drew and Vinny Mancuso this year goes up against Janine the Machine, also on a 2-win winning streak. She beat the Warfather last season. She beat Jada Paramo. The winner of that match will face Kevin Smith at the Collision in a number 1 contender match. The main event. For the Inner Geekdom Championship, it is the 3rd time. It's the rubber match between Mara Kanopik, the amazing Mara Kanopik, the champion, the 2-time champion, looking to become the first woman to ever defend an individual championship. She goes up against Mike the Killer Kalinowski, the guy who took the title off of her and the guy she beat in the Inner Geekdom tournament. This is a match that has been brewing for over 3 years. They were supposed to play in New York years ago. They're doing it again, and they're going to do it tonight.
You're talking about some bad blood, and we saw that with this match, as you intimated as well, but it's not blood that is the liquid that I'm thinking of right now. I'm thinking of oil and water, because as strange as it may seem to mix those two, that's what we had with both Rushmore and Danger Zone. You take prior seasons and now you put those personalities on the same teams going against each other. It all went into a blender and created one hell of a great match smoothie. Hey, I finished the metaphor. So it is Danger Zone taking it today over a very game Rushmore. Not the last we're going to see of some of those personalities going against each other. And Christian, sometimes you just got to sit back, look at the thing we created, mostly you, and say, we're pretty lucky to have front row seats to this.
Yeah, well, the Smack Talk's not going to stop for Danger Zone, because Danger Zone, they ain't done yet. They're going to be at our next pay-per-view. It's going to be our next pay-per-view. That is going to be next week. And they're going to be going up against Corruption in a number 1 contender match. And on the main event, finally, for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Championship of the World, the former champions Shazam get an opportunity. You talk about another rubber match. They're going up against the team that took the titles away from them, the Odd Couple, Jeff Snyder, Mark Andraco. What an event that is for Battlefield. Corruption versus Danger Zone, and the Odd Couple versus Shazam.
That is going to be a spicy one on both accounts. And like I said, we're just lucky to be here, man. It was a good one today, bud.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Thank you to our team over at Skybound, to everybody, Jen Sturger, Danger Zone, to Rushmore, to Gucci, to Kaiser, to everybody who here helped here today. Thank you guys so very much for everything that you do. Really appreciate it. Thank you to the fans. Make sure you like, subscribe here, and get those tickets for tonight. Kanopik versus Kalinowski 3. You don't want to miss this one. You don't want to be spoiled. The Schmoedownlive.com, patreon.com/Schmoedown. Excuse me, patreon.com/Schmoedown. For Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Oh, wow. I mean, the fact that my team lost does not take away from how great this match was. I mean, this was incredible. No TKOs today on both sides, but both teams having used all their JTEs, and you know, like I said, they almost the final score was 36-33, I think. That's a massive score, and so much more than my measly 8 points. But at least I got some points, I guess. Anyways, so yeah, unfortunately, the Finstock Exchange's winning streak has come to a bit of a slowdown in the Schmoedown, starting with Taylor Robinson 2 days ago, I think, and now yesterday with the Rushmore. But you know, you get knocked off your horse, you get back on it, and you ride again. That's the best thing to do in these types of situations. I definitely really enjoyed myself. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves as well. And looking forward to the pay-per-view event, which I will be reacting to tomorrow from my point of view, obviously. But you know, I'll be posting that whatever. So yeah, thank you all for watching if you have, and I will see you all next time there's a Schmoedown match to react to. So see you then. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.